like siblings born of the same mother, connected by invisible strings across thousands of miles. So foreign, yet so familiar. So far apart, yet so deeply connected, the heart knows the bond unbroken by time.
The ancestor came from Southeast Asia and they landed to the northeast coast of Madagascar, and then they have moved slowly to the highlands.
Madagascar and Indonesia, two lands divided by oceans and continents. Their people may never meet, yet their paths reflect one another. What binds the Malagasy and Indonesian together? As we move forward, we must not forget to look back to the roots that shape us all.
Although Madagascar lies just off the coast of Africa, many Malagasy people don't identify as African. Instead, their hearts are drawn thousands of miles away to a distant land they revere as the home of their ancestors. Indonesia.
The Malagasy people in general, they will not say that I am Indonesian, I am Arab, I am African, I'm Malagasy. But the oral tradition from the past, the recent past, from the 19th century, for example, say that the ancestor came from Southeast Asia and they landed to the northeast coast of Madagascar, and then they have moved slowly to the highlands.
Sharing Austronesian roots, cultural similarities between Madagascar and Indonesia have become harder to trace. Over time, cultures naturally evolve and blend, but not in Zafi Maniri. Nestled in the forested mountains of the southern Central Highlands, Zafi Maniri has remained untouched by modernization. Reaching this village is no easy feat. It requires a grueling 10-hour journey from the capital, navigating through poor infrastructure, a stark reminder of Madagascar's struggles as one of the world's poorest nations. The Zafi Maniri are one of Madagascar's ethnic groups that still preserve the raw traces of Austronesian culture and customs. Madagascar's ancestors began their remarkable journey thousands of years ago, navigating nearly 6,000 kilometers of open ocean from Indonesia. Research by Pradipta Jadikusuma, detailed In Search of Asian Malagasy Ancestors in Indonesia, suggests that favorable ocean currents and advanced seafaring technologies made this voyage possible. Migration routes likely included direct crossings from Sunda or Sumatra to Madagascar or stops via South India, Sri Lanka, and the Maldives. These voyagers brought more than themselves. They carried crops like rice and cotton, evidence of early agricultural exchange. Linguistic studies also reveal deep Austronesian roots, reflected in Madagascar's 18 ethnic groups. Often mistaken for an ethnicity, Austronesian refers to a family of languages spoken by vast populations across the globe, stretching from Madagascar to Rapa Nui.
But I believe that the Zafimaniri, in fact, they are called Zafimanirvari. They are those who were longing for the rice. They were obliged to move from one area to where they are, and it was not possible for them to get the rice, so they are called these Zafimanirvari, and then it was shortened to Zafimaniri.
In Zafimaniri, a sense of connection to Indonesia resonates strongly. This small community is part of the Betsaleo sub-ethnic group, and their language shares links with those spoken in Kalimantan, including the Manyan language of the Barito region.
Selama.
Kita punya 719 bahasa. Kita punya lebih dari 500 etnik populasi dengan keistimewaan maupun keunikan masing-masing. Nah, hal-hal tersebut itu kan memberikan kepada kita identitas dari masing-masing populasi etnik ini. Dan itu sebenarnya kalau budaya itu seringkali juga bisa dipinjam. Jadi tidak hanya datang dari si yang berasal sendiri, tapi juga ada yang baru datang dan kemudian diadopsi apabila memang telah terjadi suatu perkawinan di antara mereka. Yang namanya validasi itu apa ya? Yang kita lihat adalah pengamatan kita terhadap apa yang ada di situ dibandingkan dengan apa yang ada di Indonesia atau di Nusantara. Jadi kita melihat bagaimana sih teknologi pertanian mereka, pertanyaan kita sama nggak sih? Gitu. Nah ternyata memang kurang lebih sama dengan Luku dan sebagainya.
As their village's name suggests, farming and rice cultivation are central to life in Zafimaniri. Here, terraced rice fields dot the landscape. In the surrounding mountain forests, they also practice slash and burn farming to grow wild rice, a method strikingly similar to agricultural techniques still used in parts of Indonesia.
It seems that the rice came in Madagascar in the beginning of the first millennium. And we have this slash and burn culture. Still, we have that on the eastern part of Madagascar. But to the interior, we have terraced rice culture. And I think it is very close to what we have in Southeast Asia.
Rice plays a vital role in their lives. For the Zafi Maniri, rice is a staple food essential for survival. It's no surprise, then, that every family in Zafi Maniri has a rice granary to store their harvest. Rice is more than sustenance. It's a tradition passed down through generations, tying Zafi Maniri life to its roots. Beyond the fields, another legacy thrives. A story carved in wood, shaped by their natural surroundings. In the heart of Madagascar, the Zafi Maniri village stands apart. Its wooden houses, crafted with time-honored techniques, feel almost foreign in a land where modernization has taken hold. Influenced by their surroundings, the lifestyle of the Zafi Maniri people contrasts with those in more urbanized areas. Nearly everyone wears straw hats with designs strikingly familiar to those worn by the Dayak people of Indonesia. But it's not just their clothing or physical features that hint at Austronesian heritage. The Zafi Maniri houses, built with wooden pegs and rectangular shapes, bear traces of ancient Austronesian architecture.
Madagascar is not very far from Africa, maybe 400 kilometers only for the Mozambique Channel. But you will not see round houses in Madagascar. No, you can see that in Africa, but not in Madagascar. And in Madagascar, it is always rectangular houses, because the direction is very important. We need to say where is the north, where is the east, and so on and so on. So it's the direction, I think, this is what I'm thinking. the direction is very important in the Malagasy culture. So even inside the house, you need to know where is the north. Many parts of Madagascar, the northeast corner of the house or the place is important, is sacred, because the ancestors came from the northeast part, because they have landed in the, as I say, the Huala Masna, Mashwala, and the Maransita place.
Renowned for their intricate wooden carvings called sokitra. These homes are adorned with geometric patterns. Some, like the spiderweb, Tanah, symbolize family ties. While others, such as the honeycomb, papintetli, represent community bonds. Interestingly, the Zafimaniri people often insist these designs carry no deeper meaning. For them, the motifs simply reflect the objects or landscapes they see in daily life. Zafimaniri's way of life preserves the authenticity of their ancestors, offering a glimpse into Madagascar's rich Austronesian roots. Yet, in the country's urban areas, modernization and cultural blending continue to reshape identities, showcasing Madagascar's immense diversity.
Madagascar's incredible diversity has fascinated researchers for centuries, spurring efforts to uncover the origins of its earliest settlers. When and how did the first people arrive on this island? These questions remain central to the ongoing journey of discovery.
This is the question, as la plus belle énigme du monde. This is a question: when did people came in Madagascar? Did they settle themselves? How long? And this is also a question that you have with a genetician, because it seems that the people from Southeast Asia, the ancestors of the Malagasy, they were somewhere for some years. And then in the 10th century, at the end of the first millennium, this boom.
To solve the mystery of Madagascar's rich diversity, researchers from various disciplines have delved into its past, examining everything from genetic markers to cultural practices. Harawati Shudoyo and her team are among the researchers who have conducted genetic studies on this connection. They traced maternal lineage through mitochondrial DNA, one of 3 approaches used in genetic research, alongside Y chromosome analysis and examining genetic admixture.
Dengan mengikuti dan menganalisis DNA mitokondria, kita sebenarnya mengikuti perjalanan hidup maupun perjalanan dari perempuan di dunia ini.
Civilizations evolve, and beyond the remote Zafimaniri village, stark contrasts begin to emerge. This is Ambohimalaza, a village just 14 kilometers from Antananarivo, the capital. Here, the Marina people dominate the population, unlike in Zafimaniri. Gone are the wooden houses. In their place, red brick structures now define the landscape, marking the shift from tradition to modernity.
If you look at the old picture of the Antananarivo town, everything was, the house were wooden houses. Then at the 19th century, the king at this time, or the queen, said that it was forbidden to construct the house with wood, but with bricks, and the European came with a new technology. They have shown to people how to make bricks and so on, because before it was not good. The belief said that it is not good to have this maison dure, these houses with bricks, or especially the rock, the stone, because the stone is some kind of cold material, so it is for the dead. So if you have a stone house, that means that you are in a tomb.
No one has yet uncovered the exact history of Madagascar's first settlers. However, it's evident that their way of life bears a closer resemblance to Southeast Asian traditions than African ones.
Because we must keep in mind that in the beginning of the century, and during the first millennium, the Indian Ocean has seen, let's say, the first globalization from the economical point of view. That's why in Madagascar we have these spices which came from Indonesia. We have the clove, for example. Among the spices that have been traded during this time, and maybe the people from Indonesia came with that.
Scientifically, much remains a mystery. But genetic research has verified the presence of DNA from 30 Indonesian women, specifically from Banjar, among Madagascar's earliest settlers.
Dari data yang kami teliti, bahwa perempuannya memang memiliki atau memperlihatkan gambaran DNA yang origin dari populasi yang ada di Madagaskar. Sedangkan kita melihat bahwa kalau dari pihak Y kromosomnya, itu kita melihat itu dari banyak Afrikanya. Jadi kita harus balance sih kalau mau mempelajari studi populasi genetik itu.
This connection, evident in genetics, culture, and language, remains unbroken by time. Though changes are inevitable, the bond endures, passed down through generations, a testament to the enduring link between Madagascar and Indonesia.
Mama itu kami dia jam kopi. Rio timba petro kelir. Atau untuk tan sama ni yang nama pada tadi. Ini sukin.
Life in Madagascar is simple. Just like in many parts of the world, the Malagasy people face struggles to make ends meet. It's these struggles that have shaped their dreams. And in many ways, their aspirations are tied to Indonesia.
Indonesia adalah negara maju dan orang-orang di sana ada mengengangkan ya, dan Indonesia bagus dalam mengajarnya.
Amin.
Saya belajar bahasa Indonesia karena saya bertujuan lanjutkan yang kuliah ke sana. Manitana ni Malakas ya. Uti ni tandra sana nu luan jeans. Ti katakan Indonesia na sana mbau pecaka ni bursa umina Madagascar awarinan so ufandaran so. Wi pecaka ni akizia mazum bursa makanya Indonesia.
Taught about their ancestral origins since elementary school, the younger generations in Madagascar have developed a keen interest in Indonesia. For them, the shared language and culture between the two countries create a bridge to a dream of a better life. With a shared linguistic root, Malagasy and Indonesian languages exhibit striking similarities in vocabulary and structure. This has sparked the interest of many Malagasy youth to learn Indonesian.
Memesan, ya. Ada yang bisa memberikan saya satu kalimat yang ada kata kerjanya memesan. Ya, boleh? Yang menyebabkan bahasa Malagasy itu mirip dengan bahasa Indonesia, kalau kita lihat dari sejarahnya, karena nenek moyang orang Madagaskar itu orang Indonesia, jadi ya masih banyak tertinggal, bisa dikatakan. Masih banyak tertinggal bahasa Malagasy yang mirip dengan bahasa Indonesia. Ya, baik itu secara kata itu sendiri, maupun struktur daripada bahasa Malagasy. Sama persis artinya kata dasar sama dengan teni foot. Tapi dalam tata bahasa Malagas bukan ten foot tapi futu ten. Kami kan bahasa Prancis yang negara Prancis yang menjajah Madagaskar. Tapi itu tidak nampak dalam bahasa Malagas, bahasa Prancis. Justru bahasa Indonesia yang menampak. orang Malagasy kalau belajar bahasa Indonesia itu mudah sekali. Ya, kenapa? Karena banyak kemiripan antara bahasa Indonesia dan bahasa Malagasy. Baik itu kata dasarnya maupun struktur daripada kalimat. Saya kasih contoh misalnya, kirim. Itu kata dasar. Kalau kita tambah me menjadi mengirim. Ya, begitu juga misalnya tolong. Kita tambah me jadi menolong. Kalau orang Malagas itu pertanyaannya tidak ada yang menanyakan kenapa T-nya itu hilang, kenapa K-nya itu hilang. Karena dalam tata bahasa Malagas ada juga yang seperti itu. Senang di sana, senang di mana-mana hatiku senang. Di sini senang, di sana senang, di mana-mana hatiku senang.
These linguistic similarities are among the key factors that have prompted researchers to dive deeper into the ties between the two nations.
The Malagasy people are, let's say, a mixture of these countries around the Indian Ocean, Africa, the Persian Gulf, India, and of course Southeast Asia, and, especially Indonesia. And it is said, for example, that the Malagasy language that we speak till today is Austronesian language, but it is from Kalimantan, from Borneo. Most of the vocabulary and some of the material culture is related to this place, Kalimantan. Yeah.
Anifali, atifali, neza nifukufali. Anifali, atifali, neza nifukufali. La 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 la
Kenapa mereka kok bahasanya bisa sama? Nah, itulah yang tujuan dari studi ini tadinya. Jadi oke, dia bahasanya persis sama. Jadi kami pergi ke Kalimantan, kita pergi ke Tamyang Layang, di mana orang-orangnya itu memang menggunakan bahasa berpenutur bahasa Maanyan. Dan mereka semuanya di sana juga karena pernah ada orang Madagascar datang ke sana. Dan dia bilang kami langsung mengerti gitu. Jadi mereka langsung bisa berkomunikasi. Nah itu secara direct langsung keduanya tuh langsung berkomunikasi karena bahasa mereka itu kurang lebih sama gitu.
Kalau di Madagaskar bahasa Indonesia itu sudah mulai diajarkan di sekolah-sekolah. Seperti sekolah Lise Modern Nampefilu. Sekolah itu adalah sekolah pemerintah SMP, SMA negeri yang kira-kira 10 tahun sekarang di bahasa Indonesia dipelajari di situ. Dan sekarang juga ada SMP Le Bonheur, itu swasta, mulai juga tahun ini mengajarkan bahasa Indonesia. Dan di universitas, ada beberapa universitas yang sudah mulai mengajarkan bahasa Indonesia juga. Dan saya yakin dengan adanya minat mempelajari dan mengajarkan bahasa Indonesia di Madagaskar, saya yakin bahasa Indonesia itu bisa menjadi bahasa kedua di Madagaskar.
Indonesia adalah negara kepulauan yang besar sekali.
Budaya banyak sekali.
Dan alam yang indah. Kulinernya juga. Saya terkesan krema tamahan yang
Ada banyak kesamaan antara Madagaskar dan Indonesia. Nenek moyang kami adalah orang Indonesia.
A developed country, rapid economic growth, friendly people. For them, Indonesia is the land that ignites their dreams.
Buat kalimat, siapa bisa membuat kalimat dari kosakata kita yang belajar tadi? Ayo silakan, satu kalimat, ya.
Saya ingin pergi di Indonesia karena melanjutkan pelajaran saya di sana untuk dapat diplomasi baik dan untuk menambah kepintaran saya.
Kalau menurut saya mau melanjutkan belajar saya di Indonesia karena di sana aja banyak saluran bisa memilih di universitas dan kehidupan di Indonesia juga lebih baik kalau dari sini ya.
Dan kalau saya hidup di Madagaskar, saya punya kerja dan dapat uang, tetapi uang itu tidak cukup untuk saya dan untuk keluargaku. Bahwa kalau saya tiba di Indonesia, dapat diplomasi baik dan dapat kerja juga, saya bisa dapat banyak uang untuk membantu keluargaku di Madagaskar.
These students' dreams are simple, yet meaningful. They want to learn more about Indonesia, study its language, and pursue higher education through scholarships offered by the Indonesian government.
Pendidikannya itu di sini yang punya uang atau kehidupannya itu agak tinggi. Mereka itu mengajar anaknya mereka di sekolah swasta. Tapi yang kehidupannya itu atau ekonominya itu agak rendah. Mereka itu anaknya itu suruh belajar di sekolah negeri seperti itu. Dan banyak juga yang tidak masuk sekolah karena ekonomi kita di sini. Ekonomi kita di sini yang akhir-akhir ini karena ada krisis tahun 2009 dan waktu itu anak-anak semakin banyak yang tidak masuk ke sekolah untuk pendidikan karena banyak orang rumah tangganya yang semakin rendah ekonominya, jadi mereka itu lepas dari sekolah dan bantuan dari pemerintah juga kurang sekarang.
Their interest in Indonesia is not only driven by a desire to achieve their dreams, but also by a deep connection to the culture. To them, Indonesia is the land that is said to be the ancestral home of their people, and they want to know more about it. Madagascar, a land rich in unique and diverse cultures, blends Austronesian, African, and French influences, creating a distinct Malagasy touch. They take pride in their traditional clothing, music, and their identity as Malagasy. Yet, amidst the fast pace of modernization, preserving their traditions and culture remains a challenge.
And this is the big question. Shall we keep the culture, or shall we take away the culture? But especially nowadays, it seems that, and also some people push the groups of population to keep aspects of the culture, because this is your cultural identity. It's during the colonial period, it has been more or less erased. It's for example, the language is the first to show that this is your cultural identity. But then it's sometimes people prefer to speak French. Nowadays, to speak English in some other places, it's better. It is well seen when you speak another language than your mother language. So this is a difficult question. Yeah? I think it is the same everywhere in the world.
Though they couldn't do much in the current situation, the dream of Indonesia still burns brightly in the hearts of many in Madagascar. They hope that it will be a way to bring positive change, not just for themselves, but for their families and their nation.
Kebanyakan dari anak-anak yang belajar bahasa Indonesia itu karena mereka ingin melanjutkan sekolahnya di Indonesia, ingin kuliah di Indonesia. Ada juga yang mengatakan bahwa Indonesia sudah terkenal dengan ekonominya yang luar biasa, jadi mereka ingin mencontohkan negara Indonesia untuk dibawa ke negara Madagaskar, supaya negara Madagaskar itu bisa maju lebih banyak daripada sebelumnya.
It's clear that Madagascar and Indonesia are closely tied. The distinct physical characteristic, the shared words and linguistics, the exotic art and culture. It's evident that both nations feel like long-lost siblings reunited.
Jadi kami orang Malagasy ingin kembali ke asal, ingin kembali ke nenek moyang kami, bahwa Indonesia adalah leluhur kami, dan kami ingin mempelajari bahasa Indonesia itu seperti kami saudara. Jadi kami ingin menjadi Indonesia itu menjadi benar-benar saudara kami.
The bond may be growing stronger, but further explanations and additional evidence still need to be uncovered.
For us, either from Indonesia or from Madagascar, try to look for deep, really, what kind of relation, what is the relationship that we have? We have already these traces from the language, from the culture, but still, we need to see more.
The origin of Madagascar still holds many secrets to be unveiled. But in truth, no one can claim to be the true native of any place. Humanity is a blend of different ethnicities, shaped over thousands of years.
Genetik itu dipengaruhi oleh lingkungan. Jadi kita akan berubah, tentunya dalam ribuan tahun. Sama seperti waktu kita bicara mengenai Indonesia. Indonesia itu homogen nggak sih? Satu nggak sih? Tidak. Indonesia itu diverse, Indonesia itu beragam. Madagaskar beragam, karena di dalamnya ada 18 populasi etnik dengan mayoritas itu adalah yang sekarang berbahasa asing Indonesia.
Let's say this is what we use in Madagascar, white and black. So sometimes it is said that the white are from Indonesia and the black are from Africa. It's not true. It's not true at all. Try to get far from this differentiation and just study the culture, because we are all the same. We are all the same. No? Maybe the culture is a bit different, but when you go deeper, it's the same. We are just human.
Madagascar and Indonesia are two great nations with shared roots in civilization. Ancestors, traditions, characteristics. Both countries are intertwined. Yet, the harsh reality is one of injustice. Today, Madagascar treads a difficult road, ranked among the poorest nations in the world. As close siblings, Indonesia should recognize this. It is only right to understand each other. It is only right to help one another for a brighter, shared future.
Biarpun saya pergi jauh, tidak akan hilang dari kalbu. Tanahku yang ku cintai,